Hi everyone, I'm Nadeem. I'm the founder of TeachAid, and I'm just making a quick video to give you a rundown of what TeachAid is and how you can use it. So TeachAid is an AI tool for curriculum and pedagogy, and what we mean by that is it's a tool that teachers can use to create full curricular units aligned to the pedagogical strategies that they'd like to use. So what TeachAid can do is build everything you'd need for a curricular unit, from your unit plan down to your lessons, down to your final assessment, activities, lessons, slideshows, really everything you'd need for a full holistic curricular unit. So you can see the homepage here of TeachAid, and when you first log in, you have 4 different options. So you can build a full curricular unit using this button right here. You can also build a one-off lesson, a one-off activity, or a one-off assessment, diagnostic, formative, or summative assessment. But the real crux of the product is that full curricular unit. So what you can do is click on that button and hit Get Started. And then from there, you can choose the curriculum of where you're located. So we have quite a few curriculums aligned from really everywhere in the world, but you actually have the option to use TeachAid Universal Standards if you can't find the curriculum you'd like to use. I'll use Ontario for the demo here. And then from there, what I can do is select the grade that I'm interested in teaching. Maybe we'll go somewhere in the middle, grade 6. And then from there, I can choose a certain subject. And again, if you can't find the subject that you want to teach, you can use this custom subject option. So let's say we wanted to teach language. I can select that here. And then I can also choose the languages I want to teach this in. So you can choose as many languages as you want. And what the application in AI will do is actually create all the materials in all the different languages that you choose and create different copies of them. I'll just leave it in English for the demo. But from here, you can choose a certain topic, concept, or a big theme to teach, and you can just write it into this chat box. The more descriptive, the better the output will be. But let's say there's a certain book that you're working on with your language class, and maybe it's The Giver. You can just put that into this box here. And we also have these advanced settings. So if you do have certain tools and materials, let's say you want to teach using a microscope or a certain robot, you can actually tell the AI about that, and those tools and project-based learning methodologies will actually be embedded into the unit itself. And you can also go cross-curricular with this button, so you could add geography or science or any other subject to this. And if you already have a unit plan, an article, reference material, you can also upload that here, which will be embedded into the AI and will be reflected in the instructional materials as they're built out. For the demo, I'll just leave those blank and we'll go with The Giver as a concept or theme. And you'll see what the AI is going to do here is it's going to generate a unit topic. So right now you can see it's creating that unit description, exploring The Giver, themes, language, and literary devices. It's created an overview, key focus areas, learning outcomes. But if you're not happy with how this unit looks, you can actually edit this. And it is really important that you edit this at this stage so you can really build out something tailored to your classroom and students. And you can do that just by clicking this button. But what the AI also does if you click this curriculum standards tab is it actually auto aligns the curriculum standards from your region to the concept you're trying to teach. So you can see all these are from the Ontario language curriculum and they're auto aligned. But if you don't see the standard you're trying to teach, or if you want to remove or add, you can go to this tab here and search through the curriculum, or just add a curriculum standard by clicking this button here. But once you're ready, you can hit Create Unit, and then you'll see that this screen will pop up after. So what this screen is a list of all the lessons that the AI is going to create for you. So you can see that the AI decided to build this into 7 lessons, but if you want less or more, you can adjust this. And you can actually go through the high-level descriptions of each of these lessons to make sure they match what you want to teach your classroom. And if you're not happy with this, again, you can edit, you can delete, you can change the order of the lessons, or you can even add more custom lessons based on the concepts you want to dive into. And then once that looks good, you can just hit Confirm Lessons at the bottom here. And then what the AI is going to do from here is build out everything you need for that curricular unit. So you can see on the left-hand side, it's starting to build out the unit plan. After that, you can build out all of your diagnostics, formative, and summative assessments in this left-hand tab. And it'll actually build out all the different lessons that we chose too. So you have 7 different lessons here. And again, you can add more custom lessons at the bottom. So if we look over at the right after clicking unit plan, you can see it's come up with the unit description, all of the learning goals tied back to the specific Ontario language standards for grade 6, all of the success criteria in student-friendly language, and even keywords. So once we're happy with this, again, this is all editable and everything's really like Lego blocks. So you can change any of this and it'll flow through the unit. Once you're happy with this, again, you can dive in and maybe create a diagnostic assessment or different types of assessments, or you can jump right into lesson 1. And again, we've created another lesson 1 learning plan here, lesson overview, learning goals, and success criteria. And again, all of this is editable and almost Lego block-like. And once you're happy with it, you can hit this button here, lesson material is ready. So if I click this, what this is going to do is build out everything you need for the actual lesson. And you have 2 options. So one is you can hit generate activities, and this will auto-generate everything you need for lesson 1. Or you can hit start from scratch if you really want to get into the weeds and build out certain activities for your students. But if I click the left-hand button here, you can see it'll actually come up with a full lesson. So an intro task, a mini lesson, a collaborative task, and an exit ticket or closure. And again, all editable and Lego-like, so you can delete, edit, or change any of these, or even add more activities if you'd like. And we also have this button here. So again, if you want to use a microscope or a robot or world map, you can tell the AI about that, and it'll actually recreate the activity based on the tool or resource you want to use. Or you could upload a certain reference file. So if there's an article, a book, a activity script you want to put into this, you can just put it into the reference file, and then this activity will be regenerated in the fashion that you're looking for. Once you're happy with that, you can just hit generate your unit or generate your lesson, and you'll see on the left-hand side, it's starting to build out the intro activity, and then you can build out your mini lesson, your collaborative task, your closure, and even add more activities. But it's built out the intro task here, so you can see it's built out 2 slides, and it'll also build out a resource for your students. But if I click this first slide here, you can see getting curious, the giver. So what makes a story memorable to you based on the title, the giver. And this is really just meant to be that quick intro task to get students' minds on. But this full slide is almost PowerPoint-like. So you have full control over how the slide looks, how it feels, the themes, the templates, the font, and you can change any of this in this top-hand bar here just by clicking around. And you can even add images and videos that are relevant by clicking this button. So you can see here, if we need a image that relates to the giver, we can just use AI to quickly query that, and then we can embed images into the slide. And the same with videos. You can click this button and go over to YouTube, and you can find relevant videos. So from there, it's actually also created a second slide, and it's auto-embedded more images that are relevant, and we can embed those into here. And it's also built out a worksheet for this intro task. This worksheet is all Lego-like again, so you can really change anything about it. You can add manipulatives, you can add resources, you can add questions, mind maps, charts through this interactive resource creator on the right-hand side. And if you need this differentiated, you can just say rewrite in, let's say, French. And it'll actually create a second version of this in French, or you could say write at a different DRA or Lexile level, or even based on a student's interest, and it'll create a second resource. You can see that this one's in French, and then you have your main tier 1 resource here. After that, you can build out your mini lesson, you can build out your collaborative task, you can build out your exit ticket just by clicking on these buttons on the side, and those will generate in. So while this mini lesson's generating, you can see that it's built out a collaborative task here. Again, more slides, more worksheets, or guides for students for the collaborative task, and that will be loading in. And even a closure task here, exit ticket. So once you've built all of this out, you have a few different options forward. You can download anything that you build, so everything works with Google Suite, it works with Microsoft Word, it works with your learning management system. So you can just hit this download button and you can download all the lesson materials, and it'll actually be downloadable, and then you can upload it into any system that you're going to work in. Or we've actually built this interactive classroom on the right-hand side here. So what you can do is open up this interactive classroom and share this class code with students. So you can copy this link and you can put this into your browser. And then students are able to actually join that class code. In that interactive classroom, students actually have an AI tutor. They can follow along, fill out all the worksheets, fill out all the slides, and it's really interactive for students to work with. But that's TeachAid at a high level. So you can build out really everything you need, from your intro task to your mini lesson to your collaborative exploration to your closure, and then even add more activities. So here you can come up with any activity that would fit your students, and it'll actually build that out too. And then from there, you can build out lesson 2, or maybe a check-in, a diagnostic again, an assessment. So you really have everything here you need to build a full entire curricular unit. But yeah, that's TeachAid at a high level. Thanks for taking the time to listen.